Good evening. I'm Cactus Rose Amber, and welcome to Better Than Paradise. We are using the Tales from the Loop role-playing game system as a basis to play this Blackout Club inspired story. Special thanks and shoutouts to Drumurboy for letting me use his old tongue lo-fi beats to chill and sleepwalk to. Thank you to Question Games for creating the Blackout Club and allowing us to experience this world and lore. Thank you to Free League Publishing for making the Tales from the Loop books and campaigns easily accessible. And thank you to everyone who is here, to those lurking, to those voting, to those who will watch this later. We sincerely appreciate you. Some content warnings. This game is heavily inspired by content of the Blackout Club, which has a group of teenagers exploring a small suburban town looking for evidence of strange events. As such, there may be scenes with blood and evidence of crimes like kidnapping and murder. Now it's time to tell a story about some teenagers. Hello! 1 second, sorry. Haven Hill is a small town. It is a young town, around for maybe 80 years, and it is strange and wonderful. There, in the radio quiet zone, there are a surprising amount of things to explore, paths to wander, people to meet. Much of the land is either dense forest or farmland, and everyone knows almost everyone. Previously, the group of misfits went into the forest, following a path that led them to Alex, an edgy, tired teen, maybe, trying to fill shoes far too large for themselves. With attempted sass and slight anger, Alex did their best to discourage the group to enter the tunnels. And when the group insisted, Alex requested they at least stock up on supplies. After retrieving items and possible weapons, the group heads out to try and save Oscar. Alright, so you guys had just left the house with a bunch of items. I don't think I recall exactly what you all grabbed. I know there was dried
rations.
Yeah, the rations.
I took a med kit.
Rations or a med kit.
There was something else, right? Oh yeah, the taser.
Taser. You also
He
have
purposefully left behind the bright pink poncho.
Right, the bright pink poncho was not brought with you.
I think it's a mistake, but you know.
Was that yours?
No, it was not.
And then let's see here. Theo had a stick.
Fish sticks.
Fish sticks. Milo has Axel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's everything. So you guys decide to head back to Alex with everything.
Are we?
Oh wait, I thought we found like the opening.
Oh, were you going into the opening at this point?
Oh no, we were going through the backyard. We had just opened the backyard door.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, my okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
We're good.
Why am I not remembering a backyard door?
It was the back door, not the front door. Logan tried to open it, couldn't, and then
Right!
Theo came over.
It was the back door. I am so sorry. And it was like pitch black
You're good.
outside in the backyard. Right, I remember this now.
You're juggling 2 sessions.
I am juggling 2 sessions. Alright. So it's pitch black and you guys are standing, or those of you who opened the door are standing there looking out into it. There's rustle of trees, like from the slight breeze. This ominous, this ambience does not work. This slight nocturnal animal noises, but it's pitch black back there. It's almost like the moon doesn't, like there's no light that reaches it whatsoever.
Logan's gonna pull out her handy dandy smartphone and turn on the flashlight. Just from the doorway, shine it, see what's around, if anything.
There's a it almost seems like it's too bright, too strong, and it just bleaches everything. The trees, the bark looks too smooth. The leaves seem almost plastic. There's nothing, there's no grass. There's some rocks here and there, but it's like a little gravel, like gravel is covering a section of the backyard. And if you look up, you can see where the trees kind of stretch up, and instead of actually making contact with the house, you can see the tree that was inside having grown outwards enough that it almost seems to prevent the trees from making their, like, growing into this building.
Did we see like an open backyard from the outside of the house before we came in? Or like, did we see any of this?
No one looked.
Now that we're looking out the back, even with how bright the hand phone is.
Mhm.
You know what I mean.
I understood you.
Does it look to be fenced in, or is it just completely open?
As far as you can tell, it looks completely open.
Logan's gonna make a bad decision and is going to step further into this quote-unquote backyard area and just kind of walk into the middle of the area, still like with the flashlight out, turning to see if there's anything of interest besides the uncomfortably smooth trees.
So as you step out, there's the crunch of the gravel beneath your shoes, and it somehow sounds deafening, like it's too loud for this area. Whatever breeze, whatever noise had been going seems to almost stop, as if it's holding its breath. You look around, and the back of the house looks no different than, like, the front of the house. You see the giant windows, a little bit dusty, old, not necessarily like smeared, but kind of difficult to see through on this side. You can see windows from the for the second floor, but you mostly, everything looks, actually, the more you look at the house from on the gravel, the more you realize this side seems less sun damaged. The paint looks fresh. The the only signs of age are on the like the giant glass windows themselves. The roof, like any kind of overhang, looks brand new. It looks like it hasn't been touched by time at all. And there's just the little hints of the tree from the inside stretching over the roof of the building as if trying to coat or cover or become like an umbrella along the top of the house.
I don't like that. Logan's probably just paused in like the middle of the backyard area, just staring up at the back of the house and looking at how this tree is growing. Probably snap a photo actually, just for reference.
Okay. You do get a photo.
If I go to any one of these uncomfortably smooth trees that you have described, get up close, can I tell like anything strange about them, or are they just generally uncomfortably smooth?
If you get up close, they somehow, you know what, give me an investigation check.
Oh.
And as she's doing this, she'd probably have like gestured towards the door, where I assume Nadia and Lula and probably Theo
Mhm.
were standing around. She'll probably gesture for them to join her.
Theo will. And, when you say the gravel is loud, is it just the, I don't know, emptiness of everything going on, or does it sound unnatural?
It almost seems like it echoes somehow.
No success.
What you do manage to see is it just, if it didn't, for some reason, it almost gives you the feeling that the, like, it could be made out of plastic almost. But if you reach out and you touch it, it just feels like sanded down wood. Like, it feels like how a carved tree or a dresser or anything of that nature would feel, but still in the ground. But yeah, the gravel is just, the area is empty enough, I would say, that it just feels unnaturally loud as you walk on it, with the crunching and the shuffling that your feet cause.
I really do not like that, quite frankly.
Nope.
Are there any leaves close enough to reach?
Leaves from the smooth trees or
The
from...
smooth trees.
Yes.
Can I snatch a couple out of curiosity?
Sure.
See what they feel like.
You get 4. And they have like an oily texture to them. One side of the leaf even has almost like fuzz on it, but other than its odd appearance, it doesn't, there's nothing really different that you can tell.
Well, she's just gonna drop the leaves and wipe her hand off on her pants. And so, with how silent the backyard is, she's going to turn on her camera or her phone flashlight as well and look around. And is it just a stretch of forest, or can we see any signs of it being more closed in?
As you look, it seems like the trees somehow, some way, become more and more densely packed. And so trying to shine your flashlight, well, your phone light, through, it just... You just keep seeing more and more tree. There's no... You can't see far enough.
Logan probably would have gravitated towards Theo, whether or not she realized it. And with like one arm like wrapped around the other, you know, and that kind of like it's cold here type pose. And without looking at Theo, she'd just be still looking around at their surroundings and just note, this place gives me the creeps.
I really don't like it either.
I mean, who smooths down trees?
Not anyone with a good sense of taste. Should we go back inside, or?
She'll look to the doorway. Are Nadia and Lula just like kind of standing there?
Yeah, in fact, it looks like they're keeping the door open.
Ooh. Hate that. Really hate that. She'll give like another cursory look around at the backyard area and just kind of give a quick nod. That sounds like a good idea.
Theo will wait for Logan to head in before following.
Yeah. Logan will start moving on her own and then like glance back just only momentarily to see if Theo's following, but otherwise you can see her pick up the pace a little bit as she walks back towards the door.
And there's the loud grinding of stepping on the gravel, and you step inside, or well, as you approach the door, Nadia and Tallulah are kind of like, about damn time, like, hello. And as you get inside, Nadia takes a step back away from the door, and the door slams shut.
Bruh.
Is Theo still out there?
Both of you got inside.
Oh, okay.
She would definitely jump at that.
Yeah, so would Logan. Was that Lula who let the door slam shut?
It closed of its own volition.
Logan would whip around to whoever was closest to the door and, like, through her teeth, just whisper, dude, what the heck?
Until it was like, we tried to keep it open. Did you not hear us?
Hear you what?
We wanted you to come back in.
Then why didn't you say anything?
Nadia's like, we did. We were yelling for you.
Logan looks at Theo.
Theo's shaking her head. Not with a point, not with a accusatory glance, but more really confused.
Nadia's like, I swear to you, we were here and you were out there and it felt the door started to close, and so we tried to hold it open and it kept getting heavier, and so we called for you, but you didn't react, and then all of a sudden you came, like, you turned around and you came back, and she looks very shaken by this. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I promise you we were trying.
Logan looks freaked out. She glances back at the door again. Was the door made of glass, remind me?
The door is solid.
But there were windows, right? To the backyard area?
Yeah, it's the entire... all of the walls facing the backyard are floor-to-ceiling glass.
She glances out the window again just to see if there's anything else different or out there.
As far as you can tell, it looks the same as it did when you first stepped out there.
She like shudders slightly, and then turns back, and including Theo this time, actually addressing Theo, is like, I don't think we should go out there again.
I'm in full agreement.
She's gonna turn and look around to see where the rest of the group has gone off to. Because even though we have 3 other people here, the thought of being alone right now is not the best.
Mm-mm.
Let's
So,
see here.
Where's Milo and Damien at?
I don't remember where Milo is. Milo, do you remember where you are?
Milo doesn't remember where.
Gosh,
Milo...
okay. You very possibly were still in the kitchen.
Sure.
Looking
I'm
at things.
interested. Yes.
So. And then Damien, I'm assuming, was in the common space because Damien had been walking around with Tallulah and Logan earlier.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yep. So, if you peek in the kitchen, you can very easily see Milo and Axel.
He's absently patting Axel.
Mm-hmm. Damien looks around and kind of like, do we just want to go?
And go where?
After Oscar?
We still don't even know how to get down there, do we?
I thought, and Tallulah was like, I thought Alex was going to tell us.
Logan sighs and is like, you still really trust them? I mean, text them if you want. Don't one of you have their number?
Oh, right, I forgot about the thing I texted.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you did text. Where did that go? Hold on.
No, it's okay.
Aha. You did receive a response. The response from Alex is like, no clue on who owned it. Just know some of the people I work with have used it as a safe house before. I've never been inside myself. It looks like the text messages would have been when you were struggling with the refrigerator.
Did Theo relay any of these messages to the group?
She will now that she's checked her phone.
I
Sorry.
think Logan would actually just say that out loud. She'd be like, well, someone's been here. Someone with awful color taste.
Yeah, must have been a real Narnia fan. That back door over there.
She crosses her arms and then looks to the group. So, are we gonna talk to that guy again, or just keep sitting here?
What do you want me to text them?
She waves a hand dismissively. It's your friend, you do it.
Friend is a strong word, but
She just like gives Theo like a exasperated, like, just do it, look.
she'd snort and just pull up the text again. One sec. I can't remember what formatting actually works with the stream chat.
Yeah,
I'll break it
it's
again.
you can't do it in the blah blah blah. Doing it in like the quote stuff doesn't work. It doesn't recognize it if it's in the 3 back. What is it? Back marks, something like that. Okay, that shows up. That format right there. But if you do the 3, it doesn't. Alex responds almost instantly. Haven't moved from my spot.
She'll relay that. She'll, like, give a little wave of her phone and just say, yeah, they're still in the same place. You guys want to make our way back?
Logan scowls and under her breath just goes, "That is so creepy." But she'll start moving towards the front door with Nadia and Lula.
Yeah, Nadia has seemed to have somehow found a bag from somewhere. Like a crossbody bag. Wow, my voice has found a crossbody bag and has placed a looks like possibly a like a first aid kit and a couple things of that nature to help with navigating. Damien has gotten a hold of. Damien has the taser. Remember that.
Good for him.
Not that anybody else remembers, but Damien has the taser. Is anybody gonna get Milo from the kitchen?
If everyone else is gathered and Milo hasn't showed up, Logan will do like a head count mentally of everyone, sigh, and then like half stomp over towards the kitchen, and then pause in the doorway, realizing she doesn't remember this kid's name again.
Oh my god.
Look to Nadia briefly, and then just kind of give up as she's about to open her mouth, and then turn back towards the kitchen and go, "Hey, you!"
Oh, what? He was he was like rummaging through the stuff on the table.
Are you done? We're leaving to go find your friend.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Let's go. And then
She'll just jerk her head towards the door and then return to the group.
Okay, you follow.
All right.
So let's see here. Let's go through the group. We have Logan, Nadia, Tallulah, Milo, Axel, Theo, and Damien.
It's a party!
It's a party. It is a party. And you leave the house and close the door behind yourselves. And you begin heading back towards the clearing, back towards where Alex is waiting. As you head out, Damien stops. No, not Damien. Nadia stops and like looks back at the house. Seems to like make a face and then continue on.
Can I notice this?
You would need to do a check.
Ugh.
Isn't Nadia my walking buddy?
Nadia is your walking buddy.
Can I make
Would
one?
Milo notice?
Milo might notice.
Do I have to make
Use your
a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, what check do we make?
you would do a. Let's see here. I think I'm gonna do an empathize check for this.
Ooh, thank you.
And Milo, you get an extra dice because Nadia is literally right next to you.
Thanks.
Oh no, the conditions.
I
Yeah.
have 8 though. I have 8. So
Oh, dang.
hopefully that'll help.
Ooh.
But I need 3 successes.
No!
Oh my god!
So ridiculous.
Is that
Bad
5
day.
fives?
He's having a
Holy
bad day.
God. Oh
Man.
no.
He's just trying not to trip.
You know, I'm gonna make a point of asking, are you sure you want to do this right now? Because
Might have wanted to take a quick nap at the creepy place.
At the creepy place, you want to take a nap
you want to take a nap at the
Yeah.
creepy place?
before we leave?
Which room are you taking a nap in?
Oh, I don't like that question.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought you scared someone off.
with the bot. What the heck? Oh, the
I
bot
mean,
went
I-
offline. That's fun. Okay.
Oh, rest in peace
Goodbye.
for them.
Rest in pieces, bot. All right.
I feel like the safest would be the kitchen seems the least haunted. But also there are sleeping bags upstairs. We just want to grab sleeping bags and sleep on the kitchen floor.
Logan's not sleeping anywhere in this creepy house. You guys have fun.
Where are you gonna go?
She's going to sit and wait.
Okay. Until we have a 15-minute nap.
You can have a 15-minute nap.
How much? Wait, does that fix everything? Or no?
And let me double check something.
I need 3 successes to do anything, right?
Exactly why
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
are you sure?
I have an idea.
Okay.
You know how having a dog is like it makes you feel better sometimes?
Yes.
Does that help?
That can help.
Therapy dog?
Yes. Yes, by
Emotional support dog.
like cuddling with Axel, that can help you, yes. Let me look.
Theo can get in on it too.
Let's see here. That's I keep telling myself I'm gonna put sticky notes in here to make it easier for me to find things.
Feel that.
Okay. You have to. So Milo and Theo are napping together in the kitchen.
Mhm.
Does Milo consider himself close to Theo? Be honest.
More so than he should, since they just met today, kind of. But
Mm.
no.
Okay. Milo, you heal one condition. And
Yes.
and Theo, you heal another. So Theo
Thank you.
is completely fine. Milo is probably still upset.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay. All right. So
Thank you.
now you head out. I'm not gonna let you reroll. You
Okay.
totally still miss Nadia's looking back.
That's fair.
And you trek back to Alex's clearing. They look like they're constantly, like they're staring at their phone and like looking at the time. And they have like a walkie-talkie in their hand. Like they had just finished using it. They look up and kind of rub at their eyes like, I didn't actually expect you guys to come back, but here we are.
Theo's gonna wave.
It brings a wry grin to their face. So you're all heading down?
He's gonna glance toward the others. Yeah? Where are we?
I am.
We all set?
Logan glances at Lula and Nadia.
Nadia looks so hyped.
She does.
And Lula, you get the sense that she's trying to come off disinterested, but is definitely at the point of like, okay, we spent this much time, like we gotta keep going kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Then Logan will glance between the two of them, kind of take a deep breath as if like trying to cement herself and like, all right, I guess we're doing this type thing. And she'll look back at Alex and the others and just give a small nod.
Okay.
How's Damien looking as well?
Damien looks like slightly worried, but also seems hopeful.
She'll give a nod in his direction and scoot a bit closer.
He nods back with a smile. Alex is like, well, okay. I'm going to assume you have everything you could need. Hopefully. Sadly, I don't have any, I don't have another walkie-talkie. But if you have service, you can always use that to contact me. Any questions that I might be able to answer before I take you to the entrance?
Yeah. How many... Oh, sorry.
No, go on. Go on.
How many times have people gone down there that you know?
They just kind of, you can see them trying to like count it in their head, as they latch the walkie-talkie like in their back pocket. I've personally heard of at least 6 groups. 4 made it back entirely with a little bit of issue. 1 group we still haven't found. And 1 group is currently in there, so I guess like sarcastic thumbs up.
That's so reassuring.
Theo's just wearing a crooked smile of, huh.
But assuming nothing has gone wrong, because the team down there hasn't said anything on that, you shouldn't have that much of an issue. they kind of sigh, but there's, oh my gosh. There's theoretically, obviously there's going to be something, the wow, words totally left my brain. I am very sorry.
You're good.
But
Oh.
The bot is entirely broken. So that's fun. Let me try this again. So as I haven't heard anything, there shouldn't be too many difficulties down there. We do only have a limited amount of time on our distractions, however. So if you're gonna do this, I request that you get in and then you leave as fast as possible without being caught. Don't let them see your face or know your name. Because then they'll be able to find you when it's not down there. It's hard. They kind of rub at the back of their head and sigh. I honestly can't promise you more than an hour. Originally, we only had planned for distracting long enough for the other team to get out. So, you're kind of on a time crunch.
Logan isn't saying anything, but their expression is so tense.
Mm-hmm.
And internally, they're just thinking, like, all of this would have been fantastic to know maybe like 20 minutes ago when we had the time to prepare. But they're not going to say anything, and they're just going to cross their arms and look sort of expectantly, half impatiently at the rest of the group, like, all right, are we doing this? Let's get a move on.
Mm-hmm.
Theo's just gonna give a curt nod.
All right. They take a deep breath and they're like, okay, follow me. And without waiting for any confirmation, they stride off into the forest. And they lead you to this weird tunnel-like hole in the ground. It comes up at an angle, and as if you can very easily just step right in. There's a slant to it. There's a little bit of, you can't get easily up and down at a direct climb, but if you go at an angle, you can make it work without an issue. And they point at the tunnel itself, at the hole that goes into the ground at this decline. They're like, you're gonna want to go that way. I do know the group went down there and they ended up needing to go to the left. They start like snapping their fingers, being like, wait, hold on, there's something else I should tell you. Right, don't approach any red doors with a symbol on them.
What kind of symbol?
Symbol?
It kind of looks like an eye. It's vaguely eye-shaped. Those doors usually have the important people, or are used by the important people, and the further away you can stay from those, the better. I don't want you to get caught.
Cool. Thanks for the warning.
Anything else that stands out that we should look for? Or shouldn't go near, rather.
It's hard to tell what they're carving out down there really fast. So it's really hard for me to give you directions one way or another. It's constantly shifting down there. Anytime we try to make any form of a map, something changes, something moves. That being said, if you find carpeted ground, like carpeted floors, look for ones that are well worn. Those will be older ones that have paths that have been around longer. And thus will be either really well used, or I just feel like those will help.
Okay.
Nadia's sitting there like, okay, all right, got this. We got this. She's like almost like getting herself pumped, in that regard. Tallulah's looking a little bit exasperated by Nadia's behavior, but isn't that surprised when she thinks about it. And Damien's standing there with his hands in his pockets like, okay. Who wants to go first?
Logan looks to Milo and Theo, since they're the two who have been pushing for this whole thing.
Milo will raise his hand and pat his dog and say, "We can go first."
Okay. So, let me get a marching order. So, Milo and Axel. Who's gonna be next? Theo. Then Damien looks at Theo and says, I'll cover the back. I'll be last.
Oh, okay.
He smiles and like kind of takes a step back for whoever wants to be next in line.
Looks. This isn't Logan. I'm looking at Nadia. How's Nadia looking?
Nadia wants to, but she's also like looking between Logan and Tallulah like, do I? And then when she doesn't get a response fast enough, she's like, me, and like immediately like jumps in there.
Logan casts Lula a sort of exasperated look, but then will, after a brief like moment of hesitation, follow after Nadia.
Okay, and then Lula, and then Damien. Alright. You head down into the tunnel. It's dark. It's quiet. What started off as easily like a dirt tunnel, where with your cell phone flashlights you can see like roots from some of the trees above almost hanging into the walkway, that you can, if you reached up, you could touch because the tunnel is so small. But as you walk further and further in, it steadily becomes rock, and then this smooth, chalky stone almost, grayish white, and it seems to steadily get wider and wider, and you find yourselves at the entrance to a grand room. This room has numerous walkways, pathways made out of metal, and they're all kind of just heading in different directions. Some of them attached to one another, some of them connect to like a spiral staircase that leads down to another one. There's numerous doors. There's some entryways without doors, and this room is lit with string lights and like this glowing, like almost gently glowing ceiling light. There's numerous wires from that connecting to the wall and then into a hole. Yeah, so there's just numerous walkways, numerous pathways.
Jeez.
Milo would look back and say, didn't Alex say to go left?
Logan shrugs.
Yeah, Theo blinks. I mean,
No.
whether or not they said that, that could be a good starting point.
Sure.
He'll take a breath and then look serious and turn back around and go left.
Theo is following.
Okay. You head towards the left. There's numerous floors, numerous ways you can get to from this spot. There's at least 6 doors that you can count that would match Alex's description of being left from this position.
Great.
Oh my god.
There's a couple on the top floor. There's 1 or like 3 on like along the same level as you. There's 2 further down. Along the further wall, you see a spiral staircase that just goes deep into the dark and just keeps going lower, and you can see no light coming from that hole. There's also, let's see here, some of the doors are red, some of them are just archways into hallways. Yeah. Oh, and as you walk, and if you step on any of the metal pathways, it's loud.
Milo's gonna crouch down, look at his dog, and be like, okay, which way do you think? And then the dog's not gonna respond or do anything at all. And then he'll stand back up and look back at the group and then shrug.
Oh my gosh.
You, oh,
No, go ahead.
just gonna say Theo would probably gesture toward the spiral staircase and just say, that seems promising if we're looking to get farther in.
Okay. Yeah. And then, does everyone agree?
Yep. Logan's mainly
Let's-
following Nadia, and I'm gonna assume that Nadia is pretty eagerly following along with the rest of them.
Yep.
Okay. Down the stairs.
Okay. You head along the pathway and get to the spiral staircase, and it spirals down and down and down into darkness. You take it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Time to
Yes.
get that phone flashlight out.
Yep.
Okay.
Flashlight out.
Same.
You take the staircase, and as you go, you're not You're not sure how deep you go, but it just seems to keep going and going. And at some point, one of you, maybe many of you, like glance up and you can barely see the light from the room that you had entered from. And eventually you hit a landing, maybe the bottom floor. You're not quite sure. And this room is empty. It's dark, it's not well lit. There's some lighting, maybe in a corner or two, but not enough to light up the entire room. But as you shine your flashlights around, you see carpet heading to a tunnel. Can I get an investigation check, please?
Yes.
From all of us.
Yes, please.
Huh. Man. Man.
Bro, we
Wow.
don't know anything.
Well, yeah. What would you like to do?
Uh,
I guess we're going down the red carpet.
yes, we're
Sounds
walking.
Yeah,
the
we'll do
Very
that.
uncertain, but you know what? Yeah.
Okay. You follow the red carpet. Your flashlights, your cell phone lights out. Looking around, curious. You notice your feet stepping on the carpet as, like, it's not loud. It makes you guys absurdly silent. Any stepping off of the carpet seems to almost echo in the tunnel around you. But you proceed, and something catches your eye. Like your light reflects off of something. And you look, and there's a couple different ways you can go. There's another staircase that kind of leads up. Nowhere near as up as the one you just came down. But leads up and then goes into a room, an overhang, something of the like. There's a tunnel that seems far more metal than anything else you've encountered so far. And then one that seems kind of uncertain. Like, whoever is working on it hasn't quite figured out how wide they want to make it, where exactly it's going. They're just digging a tunnel in this in this general vicinity.
I support them.
They appreciate that.
Okay.
I'd also like to make, like, I would say mental note, but I think Theo would have, at risk of draining battery, some kind of writing app pulled out as well, just
Okay.
making little notes on where they've been.
Okay.
Can I actually try to do you think Oscar's phone has a ringer? Is it on? Is it silent? Can I call Oscar?
You can call Oscar.
Okay. He will call Oscar.
It rings. It rings. It rings. You get sent a voicemail.
He'll sigh and hang up before the tone.
All right. keep in mind, Axel does give you a bonus to like investigation checks.
Okay.
Just putting that out there. Not saying you need to use one right now, but don't
Thanks.
forget, like, not Oscar. Yeah, Axel. Axel is bonus to your investigation checks because that Axel is your iconic item.
Sounds good.
Nadia seems to want to go up the stairs. Damien's kind of curiously looking at the unfinished tunnel. And Tula is looking down the metallic tunnel.
Why do you have to make it harder?
Mm-hmm.
Logan gravitates towards Tallulah.
Tallulah,
I
like,
that.
looks back, smiles, and continues looking down the tunnel. Do you hear it?
What?
Hear what?
She's like, listen.
I'm going
And
to listen.
Yeah.
and you hear a faint humming. Negligible almost. But you think you hear something moving. Somebody or something struggling.
How close is everyone else to this tunnel that Lula and Logan are standing at?
Theo would have moved after and like cast a glance back to Damien as well.
Logan would look at whoever else is paying attention and just bring a finger to her lips, like, shut up. And then, like, nod her head towards the tunnel. And
Oh.
then, after a moment, not even looking at whoever else was paying attention, would start to try and creep down the tunnel.
Do we have to make a sneak roll?
I'm so tempted
Are you
to call out.
are you trying to
No.
sneak, Logan?
Logan is very obviously attempting to sneak, so if one of you starts shouting... No, yeah, Logan's gonna try and sneak down.
Alright, I need a
Sneak
sneak
along.
check, please.
This is gonna go fantastically, and by fantastically, I mean it's not gonna go well at all.
Don't fuck. I
Oh!
didn't say the word. I didn't say the word. I didn't finish the word.
I heard it. We knew what you were saying.
I said that. I said F and U. I didn't finish it.
Okay.
The way you say that makes me think it's not necessarily a good thing.
No, you're
Oh.
fine.
Alright, if you insist.
Oh dear.
Hold on one second. So, you sneak down the tunnel, and as you go, you hear a little bit. The humming seems to ever so slightly intensify the further down you go. Almost like it's not being broadcasted anywhere nearby. It just seems like the tunnel almost was built with the intent of having it echo and carry and have the sound carry everywhere. And
I really hate that.
Yeah.
as you go, you hear more of the struggling. You hear more of almost like grunting and groaning, and it seems to be coming from a cell.
Has anyone followed Sadi down the metallic tunnel?
Yes. Theo
Saudi?
does not want to split.
Sadi, I'm so sorry.
Wow!
Logan.
Hello, Sadi. How are you? How goes it?
She's here now.
She's here now.
Thanks for joining us on this adventure.
She doesn't want to be here.
No.
Neither does Logan. It's okay.
Alright.
I think Sadi would want to be here less than Logan does. Hate that, Cameron. Thank you. But yes, Theo's following Logan down.
Yes. Yes.
So am
absolutely.
I.
Okay, I need
Okay,
sneak
both of
checks from
them.
both of you.
Oh, well, look, guys. Nice knowing you.
Did you just say lasagna?
No, it was nice knowing you.
Oh, oh, sorry. Oops. Oh, okay. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Theo, your sneak is so good. You get to add some special effects.
Oh.
Oh,
So,
Ooh.
trying to figure out how this works. So you can either, with your bonus, you can either give success to another kid who failed, or you can find something unexpected or more of what you were looking for.
No, no, yeah, it's gonna help. It's gonna go toward helping Milo.
Okay.
Just so they can progress further.
Alright. The three of you proceed down the hallway sneakily with no issues. So, what are you gonna do?
Look at the struggling thing.
Look at the struggling thing.
look
Yep.
for the struggle, the source of the struggling noises. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, investigation check.
So I get an extra one? no?
Did Axel come with you?
Axel is with-
Is Axel helping you?
I mean, yeah, I feel like he'd be, like, right there. all
Okay,
the
then
time.
yeah, you get an extra die.
Okay.
Dang.
Oh my god.
Jeez. Close my eyes. Sorry.
She doesn't want to know.
Yeah, she doesn't want to know.
Alright. Once again, Kim, one of your bonus you can use to help somebody who failed.
Did you just say please?
And then immediately regretted it. It is entirely up to you. I think it's funny either way.
It was a spot. Something else in the environment, you said?
Yeah.
To what degree? Not getting too meta.
To the degree of, let's say you're looking for something very, very specific, you can actually tell me you found it. You can go through and try and make it to where, like, that's kind of what it allows you to do, is it gives you more opportunity to control what you find narrative-wise. Think of it like your kid just totally destroyed that sort of thing. I don't know how else to explain it, because how it's literally described is, yeah, you find something unexpected or more of what you were looking for. So
The latter, having more environmental awareness, directional awareness.
all right.
Sorry, Logan.
Oh,
So,
it's okay.
so you know, further up ahead, you're able to tell that there are more cells, more tunnel, more that just goes deeper and deeper. But what you do know is that there is somebody in that cell, and they look to be tied up.
Okay, yeah, she is definitely like very quietly making sure. She'd probably like give a tiny little snap of her fingers just to make sure that everybody was paying attention, and then gesture toward the cell.
Yeah, Logan would snap at attention, look over.
Same.
try and join.
Okay, so the cell appears to be locked. Its metal had been installed, like little metal bars, just close enough together to prevent anyone from squeezing in or out. The yeah. Do you
Can we
talk to the person tied up at all?
Hmm.
Are
Very
they
hush.
actively wiggling?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Go on, Theo. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh no. No, just probably in a very hushed tone, like, are they facing our direction?
They're facing away from you.
Okay, then she'd like give a tiny little rap on the bars with her knuckles. And just say, "Hey."
So, Rhys, his attention would turn to the bars. Hello? Is somebody there?
Yeah. Who are you?
Who am I? Why am I here?
Shh. We don't know if anybody else is in here with us.
Who are you?
We're looking for someone that got taken.
That's me. I got taken.
She's gonna glance to Milo.
Yeah, Logan looks at Milo like, I don't think this is the one.
Milo's gonna peer into the bars and say, you're not Oscar. Is your name Oscar?
Sorry, wrong one.
New phone, who dis?
No,
Wait a minute.
Who are you?
Can you help me, please?
Guys, it's
Yeah.
not Milo, or it's not Oscar. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Yeah, do you know how they got you in here? She's gonna like look over the bars themselves.
Yeah, well, this is being asked. Can I also roll investigation to see if there's any like obvious way to get this kid out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Alrighty.
Fingers crossed.
Remember to
I
let the
wasn't
dog
typing
help
in the
you.
right window.
Milo would
Yeah,
have to do that
can-
roll.
Can Axel sniff out
Huh?
the opening mechanism?
What? I'll do anything. What do you want?
God, I'm so sorry.
Does Milo also want to help look for a way to open up this cell?
Yes, he's not gonna be much help at this point, honestly. Okay. No.
No. Wait, don't you is it 5 with Axel's help?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell him to look for the lock.
And just like hold him up and just like wave him around the bars until he finds something.
He can't
Man.
see.
He can't see.
Aw.
Poor boy.
Having a good time though.
He's enjoying the attention nonetheless.
He likes he likes Rhys.
Yeah. There is a kind of off to the side, not immediately noticeable. There is a lock, like a padlock, which one could try and lockpick open, or you would need to find a key.
Theo is just gonna blink and like point at the padlock and then look back from Rhys to the others and then back to the padlock.
Can I argue that Logan would have a fair number of conveniently placed hairpins in her perfect hair?
I'll allow it.
Well, okay, so she has those. If anyone, she's not going to be the one trying to pick it though. So if anyone wants to try,
Oh god.
So to
Uh.
to be able to lockpick, it would be a tinker check.
uh-huh.
So
Wow.
Do
I have
not.
nothing there.
Yeah, I was about to say, do not let Theo touch that. That's a 3d6.
Same.
oh my gosh, does nobody in this group have?
Good tinkering.
Oh my gosh, did I not make sure that was a thing with your group?
Oh no.
What's Milo's stats? Can you check?
I'm checking right now.
Oh, okay.
Also a 3. No matter what, it's
Oh
a
my
3.
God.
Okay.
Guys!
I have like a 5, but
You
you know.
pick your title.
My hands are a little occupied.
A little bit.
Just the tiniest bit.
Okay,
Cool.
actually, I was gonna say, could, like, we get Rhys close enough to the bars to where he could stick his hands through and we could deal with that?
Untie them.
Yeah.
Ask him.
One sec, that just sapped all the words from my mind. It's just like unplugging. And now I'm getting a call. Go away.
oh my god.
I don't know if you could hear the instrument or not.
Nope. you're
No.
good.
Sadly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, none of you.
Logan's gonna direct this to Theo and be like, "Can he move?"
Oh, wait, sorry. Oh, out of character. Say again?
Can he move? She could very well just ask this herself to this person, but no, she's going through Theo here.
Okay, I see how it is. A game of
Mhm.
telephone. This
Mhm.
is true TBC right here.
Mm-hmm.
Theo's just gonna like shoot her a very confused glance, like, why didn't you just say that yourself kind of look? But then look to Rhys and just say, "Are you able to move?"
Kind of. Not as well as usual. But what do you want from me?
Can you? Out of character. Out of character. Oh god. Are you able to move close enough to the bars to where we could untie you?
Alright, so I'm assuming he's kind of exhausted from being here for some time, fighting against his restraints.
yeah.
But he would attempt to wiggle his body towards the direction of the bars.
Okay.
Did you want me to give you a move?
I was debating it. I was debating giving you a move check. You know what? Sure. Let's just see how your dice is gonna go tonight.
Let's
Oh, boy.
let's see if I can even master.
Let's
Oh,
see your
boy.
first dice roll for the.
First Rhys roll.
Please.
Yeah, move is probably one of my worst stats. No, it is my worst stat.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh boy.
Oh, Jesus.
What? I did not do this right.
No. It's your move plus your body.
My move. Yep. I'm just putting that in wrong.
Mm,
We want. It's d6s and
Correct.
4 of them.
correct.
So sorry. Oh,
There you go.
Hey!
Oh.
All right now.
All
You
right.
break out of your restraints on your own.
All
Just been
right.
waiting for the right moment.
Yeah, you managed to like shimmy / almost worm your way over to the bars, and they can reach him.
How do the restraints look?
It's rope. Basic rope.
Ow.
Yeah. Rhys's wrists and forearms are kind of almost rubbed raw from how much they've been he's been struggling. You can also tell he's probably gonna have some bruises after all of this.
Man.
Hmm.
Okay. Is his back to the bars?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry.
No worries, you're good. I answered for you. I don't know why.
No, it's we're sharing right now.
We are.
And we can fit our hands through the bars at the very least? Or no?
Correct. You just can't, like, slide your whole body through.
Yeah. Okay.
Does anybody have anything sharp on them?
I don't believe so.
Uh-uh.
You could
Hey,
try.
You chomp.
Still chomp.
Train him to chew through things.
Goes against everything he probably got trained not to do.
Don't chomp.
Let's see here. You could try and untie it.
Mm-hmm.
I think
So afraid of messing that up.
I think with that, if you wanted to, you know what? No, I don't think any of you have any tech skill again.
Nope.
Yeah, because that's how I made.
Our
the other-
techie is tied up.
That's
Yeah.
That's how I made the other team handle rope.
He's like a
was-
mild techie at best too.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, it's better than all of our 3Ds. 3D6s.
All right. You know what we're going to do? Just to get something different. Theo, I'm gonna let you do a move check to untie Rhys.
Okay, so that would be 8d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just still, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, goodness.
And with a little bit of a struggle, mostly just because you're nervous, more than anything, you do manage to untie Rhys. Rhys, you can feel like the blood just start flowing back to your hands and then kind of do like the sleepy tingle kind of thing.
Fun stuff.
But you
Bruh.
are now free to move around.
All right, so he quickly pulls his hands back in towards him, trying to rub them to accelerate getting rid of the feeling
Mhm.
and just to feel them again.
Or his
Thank
legs
you.
bound. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Are his legs bound?
No.
All right.
Thank God.
Mhm.
He's still sitting on the ground. Obviously very shocked from the day's events. How did you guys know I was here?
We didn't.
Admittedly, we've been kind of blindly working our way through here, trying to find someone else.
Right, I didn't even realize it could happen someplace like Havenhill.
So you're from Havenhill.
We're in the same class. You don't remember me?
Logan blinks. Does she recognize this kid at all?
Maybe like just vaguely in like the back of her mind.
That one kid.
Like in Logan's mind, if she ever saw Rhys, it was more of the background character, like the NPC in the background of movies that never interacts with anybody kind of thing. Like that's, and it's like you kind of just glance over them and your brain just doesn't. clique, you know.
So, not like popular enough where she recognizes him and like he has any kind of social standing with anyone
Not
in
at
her
all.
circle,
Mm-mm.
but not like weird enough that her group hasn't targeted, like that her group would have targeted him in the past, right?
He's really a very much like keep to himself, doesn't really have friends. But it's possible he would be a click target, though maybe not your click.
Uh-huh, okay.
Just nerdy
Well-
kid reading books and not talking, and definitely eavesdropping. But
All
I'm
right.
so sorry. I should have shared his bio with you guys before.
No, it's okay. You're fine. We don't
It's
know
fun to
anything
learn
about
this on the
anyone's
fly.
characters. Yeah.
We're all
Um,
mysteries.
Logan blinks and then kind of like scrunches up her face a little bit, trying really hard to remember this kid. And
Of course,
after
you
a
don't
few
know who I
moments-
am.
Was that a-
Ooh.
Yes.
like as he says that, as she's trying to remember that like scrunched up, trying to remember face turns into a scowl. He's like
Theo was wearing a grimace. Sorry, continue.
supposed to mean.
What'd you say? I think the first part of what you said got cut off.
What's that supposed to mean?
Of course, a girl like you doesn't notice somebody like me.
She rolls her eyes and then will actually like straighten back up and start ignoring him and turn to the lock and kind of squints at it and then directed at Milo and Theo specifically. Either of you see like a key around here or anything?
Would they just leave something that important lying around?
She shrugs, rolls her eyes again. Wouldn't hurt to look. And she's gonna start looking around.
Alright, is it investigation check time?
It's investigation check time.
May I also
Can
roll?
Milo,
Of course you can. Yes.
What's
can
up,
Milo
Milo?
look in the bars and ask Rhys if they have the key?
Milo is allowed to ask that, yes.
Ooh.
He asks that. Okay.
No.
Hmm.
I don't even know when they. I really don't know much. I don't even know how long it's been. Is it still
Oh.
Friday?
Is it?
No, no. The party, the Mr. Griffin's party was Saturday evening.
Oh boy.
Oh.
No, it's Saturday. Well-
Technically Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably Sunday at this point.
Sorry, I've been trying to figure out when my roll didn't go through, and I put 3 L's in roll.
I feel that.
Yeah, Milo would actually make one of those I feel bad faces and just nod.
All right. So, wow.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh dang.
It's really shiny.
It's
Let's go.
It's
I don't know.
Okay, so all of you are looking around. You're glancing, just trying to spot anything. And there, further down the hallway, hanging on like almost like a key ring, is a bunch of keys that look like they would open that kind of lock. Which one of you grabs it?
Definitely not Rhys.
Definitely not Rhys, sadly.
Well,
What? You mean your arms aren't long enough?
Noodle arms. Noodle
Are
arm
there-
is.
are there other like cells in there?
There are.
Okay, I don't think Milo would grab them just because he would want to look in every single cell that he could see.
Okay. So, Milo, you look in every single cell in this hallway. Or well, you at least attempt to. It's quite a long hallway. It goes quite a bit, and you're not sure you want to go far enough that you can't see your friends.
Nah, he wouldn't.
But you look and you look and you find somebody else.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
Also in a cell. They're older. It looks like they had been tied up, but they managed to like get out of the rope on their own.
okay.
And they've pushed themselves into the back corner of where they can face the door. And they make eye contact with you when you look at them.
Did they say anything or no?
They kind of like close their eyes and they like let their head hit like the wall behind them. And they're like, of course it's kids.
Sorry. Milo would look up slightly disappointed. And then say, who are you?
They kind of like heave themselves onto their feet. They look battered. Their clothes are just absolutely filthy. Their hair is a mess. And as they approach the gate, they're like, how do I know I can trust you?
Milo would put his thinking face on. um, and then shrug and say, I guess you can't, but I can let you out if you want. I'm Milo.
Logan from like down the hall hisses, "We're not supposed to give anyone our names."
He'd make the oh crap face.
We don't have face coverings.
Oh,
She like throws her hands up. Sorry, real quick, who grabbed the keys? Did anyone grab the keys?
No one's grabbed the keys.
No.
Logan's gonna be grabbing the keys. She throws her hands up and then grabs the keys. Anyways, go on, Milo.
nah, he just turned back to the person in the cell and say, please don't tell anyone. Apparently you're not supposed to know. That's not my name.
Please don't tell anyone.
Logan rolls her eyes.
The person in the cell grins, widely, definitely amused. And they shake their head and they're like, this figures. I'm Sawyer. Get me out of here.
Milo would perk up now that they have a name, and he would nod and say, you got it, and then he'd go try and get the keys after they figured out Rhys first.
Okay. I believe, let's see here. Gotta look at dice rolls again. Okay, so Logan grabbed the dice. Logan, you managed to unlock the door to let Rhys out. Should you wish to. I don't know if you actually want.
Yeah, should I wish to? Before unlocking it, like, no, as she's like turning the lock, she'd like give a sort of glance at Rhys, and she doesn't look very happy about it. But she then like turns the lock fully, pulls it open, and then will pull the padlock off. And she wouldn't open the door. She'd leave that to Theo. She'd just walk off and then walk over to where Milo is, since I'm assuming she overheard him promising to get this person out.
Sounds good.
Theo's brows would just drop into this, like, very unimpressed look, and then he'd just like swing the door open and watch Logan walk away.
Logan is
So-
great at making friends, guys.
Yeah, 100%.
Rhys quickly gets himself to the side of the bars that everybody else is on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, now we just need to figure out how to get out of here.
I wish I could be more help. I really didn't see anything.
Honestly, with being stuck down here for so long, you're fine. I don't blame you in the slightest.
Yeah, it was a little traumatic.
Just a little.
Just a crumb of trauma. Just the
As a
slightest
trait.
crumb of trauma. And Logan, do you unlock the door?
She'd stick the key in, assuming it fits,
Mm-hmm.
and then pause, look at Milo with like this sort of not disdainful, but you can tell she doesn't trust him to be on his own. And then look at this Sawyer person, and then kind of furrow her brow and say, "How do we know if we can trust you?"
I would expect it to be far more disdainful, considering Sawyer looks like they've been in there for a long time.
Oh,
They're
excuse me. Let me throw in a little bit of disgust.
Yeah,
there.
try
But
again.
Prior to saying
Yeah.
prior to saying that, she would have like looked Sawyer up and down, like very evidently judging their current state, despite the fact that they're trapped in a cell, belonging to some cult group. But whatever, fashion first, I guess. Actually, what are they wearing, regardless of the dirtiness? Like, is it at least cute or no?
It probably was cute at one point. In some manner. You think it may have been like completely normal, casual, with like that slightest hint of slightly pricier clothing than like the normal person, but not actually enough to be like flaunting sort of deal.
Similar to Logan's style.
Yeah, kind of along those lines. And they're older, at least by a couple years.
That would have been their one saving grace, but considering how covered in like filth
Mhm.
it probably is
Yeah.
now, no, they're not earning any points with Logan. Logan looks at them very disdainfully, more so than Milo, and they repeat their how do we know if we should trust you?
Sawyer kind of sighs and approaches the bars more to the point of where they can kind of position and like look down the hall and see the entire group. And they're like, "You're gonna want help getting out. I know a way out."
She pouts a little bit, not so much pouts as she just like, she doesn't like that answer. She doesn't like the fact that they have a good point. And she stares them down for a few more moments, not really caring what Milo's doing next to her. And then, with like an eye roll and a small scoff, she'll turn the lock and take the padlock off. Then step back. She's not opening the door either. She's gonna let them do that.
Milo would open the door.
All right. I need to do one small dice roll. One sec.
Not a fan.
As Milo, as you reach to open the lock, alarms start sounding.
Ha!
And not from in here, but alarms back from the way you came. Alarms almost as if they're coming down the large staircase. A couple of the lights that hadn't been on turn red and flashing, and it's as if somebody has woken a beehive, and there's a lot of movement.
Oh god.
They know
Logan
you're here.
looks
They
her-
must know you're here.
Who's they? Okay,
I don't know who they are.
And we're gonna take our break.
No!
We will be right back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Get some water, stretch, maybe go outside and scream a little bit. We'll be here.
Yeah, my neighbors are about to have a show.
All right. Welcome back. When we went on break, the alarms started sounding off. And it's coming from the direction you came. As you all seem startled, trying to figure out what's going on. Sawyer, like, throws the door open before Milo can grab to it. And they're like, alright, let's go. Follow me. We're not even going to deal with that. And, like, purposefully stumbling slightly, but, like, on a mission, starts heading in the opposite direction.
Logan, or finish up.
No, you go ahead.
Logan's first thought after the alarm started going off was, oh crap, Lula and Nadia. And even if Sawyer had been like, all right, we're leaving, she would have started running in the opposite direction back where they came from to go grab the others.
Lula, Nadia, and even Damien are kind of there in that previous room, looking nervously up at the staircase, where even with hearing the alarm going off, you can hear footsteps. You can hear the footsteps, you can hear people on the staircase.
Theo is going to, as soon as she hears those footsteps, honestly, she's just going to grab, like, gently, just anyone in her immediate vicinity and start shuffling them toward, where Logan had just come from. Be it Damien or Rhys or any, like, just anyone close. Just, they're going to get a hand on their shirt, pulled in the direction of where Logan came from.
Logan would have, assuming they're... Is Theo in the room with the rest of them? With Logan, Nadia,
I
Tallulah,
think
and
so,
Daniel?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, because Logan
she
would have
waited for Rhys.
grabbed Lula and Nadia and, like, tried to make eye contact with Damien and just jerked her head for them to follow. But if Theo was there as well, then...
Okay.
So they're towards the staircase?
Wherever
Or
Sawyer's
Or
trying to
her
lead them.
Oh, okay, back towards. Okay, gotcha.
And as you guys work your way towards Sawyer, Sawyer's like at the end of the hall, watching you guys, almost seeming to count, like mentally go through, figure out exactly how many of you there are. And you can tell they're just like, who agreed to send this many people down here? Almost. Like, this is too large a group. This is... But instead of confronting you guys on it, or anything of that nature, Sawyer looks, into the next room and says, how, and like just loud enough to be heard, over the alarms and the movement and the humming, says, how good are you at running?
Wait, where are we going?
Out.
No. Not
What,
out.
what do
I
you
can
mean
barely
no?
feel my limbs. I don't think I could run right now.
How tall is Rhys?
Yeah.
5'6".
You
Damn.
even said, I should probably write down a height because it seems to be a thing with the players.
I was gonna say, I'm tempted for Theo to offer a piggyback ride of some sort, but, like, I don't know.
He's
How tall's Theo?
5'7", 5'8".
He's
Oh,
string
boy.
beanish. He's not
He's lanky.
that big.
Noodle.
Yeah, he's lanky.
Would that be possible?
With the
I'm trying to
correct
think.
body roll, like, yeah.
With the
Okay,
correct roll,
then-
anything's possible.
Oh, okay. No, then she'd look to Rhys and just say, I can try and carry you if you're okay with that.
That just slow you down.
Well, I don't think.
Okay, I actually really like that. Please.
The alternative is leaving you here, buddy.
Alright. So to see if that'll happen, I want both of you to roll.
Sounds like a mess already.
Well, basically what I'm gonna do is, if either of you succeed, I'm gonna consider it a win, and
Aw.
the piggyback will work.
Plus,
So
Please dice.
roll your best body stat.
Body. Sneak, here we go.
Please. Oh,
We
Holy
love
crap.
Theo. She's badass.
Well then, okay.
Rhys isn't making it easy for
Uh,
her, but
Yeah.
should
Get
have had
it.
her play football. Good God.
Get it? Cause 666.
incredible.
Thank you, I know.
Sorry, 1 second.
Like Rhys is making this look like a terrible game of like pool chicken, but it's fun.
Theo was just taking it in stride.
Let's go.
So very easily you carry, and so Rhys is being carried by Theo. Sawyer's staring at Milo, and I was like, what do you mean no?
I'm not leaving without Oscar.
You can either leave now and try and get Oscar back another time, or you can stay and get caught and be no help to your friend. Which would you prefer?
Mm,
Is Milo hesitating?
yes.
Logan's gonna kind of grab like Milo's arm and say, "Look, we didn't find him here, so he's somewhere else in the maze." And she didn't say maze; she doesn't know that it's the maze. I retcon that. We didn't find him here, so he's somewhere else in these tunnels or whatever. If you want to wander around here, then that's fine. But we need to get out. They're looking for us.
We need to go. We can come back. I promise.
He looks upset. And he doesn't say anything, and then he frowns and follows Sawyer.
Sawyer does not respond to Milo's being upset,
Ooh.
and continues leading on everyone. They seem to be just kind of like their eyes are scanning, looking for things, and like Sawyer will lead you into a room, pause, and then like head towards a direction, and there seems to be no rhyme or reason to where Sawyer is leading you, but Sawyer is determined, and as you make your way through, following almost like a group of ducklings behind this horribly like covered in oil goose or something, you can just hear, as if just barely being like missing, being discovered by whoever or whatever it is that's down here. There's barely any pause. Sawyer just keeps going and going and gets to a point and there's an elevator, like a coal mine elevator, and slides open the door, and it does a rumble and a solid thud as it hits the other end, And he gestures. He's like, "All right, everybody in."
We know that's safe.
Yes. He looks.
Yes.
He looks very unimpressed with the question. We've
Honestly, I don't
Hmm?
think Theo would hesitate. I think she would just go in and shuffle past like anybody who is hesitating and
Mhm.
jerk her head in that direction.
Milo's looking down the way they came.
Nadia is kind of pats him on the back and is like, "It's okay. We'll be back. We won't leave him down here."
Logan's probably pushed into the elevator and has like reached out and grabbed Nadia and grabbed Milo, grabbed whoever isn't in the elevator, basically, and yanked them in.
Oscar's from school, right? Like he's also a classmate.
Yeah, he's also a classmate.
If it helps, I haven't seen him at all.
I don't think that helps very much at all. Get in. Who else is anyone else
I'm getting a
still not in?
piggyback ride from Theo, so I'm in whether I want to be or not.
She would have turned to like whoever else is not in and just like snapped that.
So once everybody's in, Sawyer steps in, slams the gate closed, and like destroys like the button, just constantly hits it,
Man, I'm getting flashbacks.
trying to use it to go up, and slowly, much slower than any of you want, it just rumbles and starts going up. The alarms seem to get louder, and then they get quieter, and you pass one floor, and the elevator stops, and Sawyer's like, "Not this one," and hits the button again, and it keeps going. They start looking at everyone. Sawyer, I meant to say this, Sawyer's like 6 feet tall.
Nice.
Man.
Runner
He was,
build.
like, towering over Logan.
Yeah,
when
he-
she was standing at the bars.
Towering over everyone. Almost,
Right.
it seems. And it's just like, keeps counting, like, all right, this was everyone as earlier. Okay. And as you start to see the next floor, Sawyer's like, if you have a phone easily in reach, do you have service now?
Logan checks her phone.
And roll a d10 for me, please.
Aw, man.
Uh-oh.
I almost automatically typed 1d10, 20.
You have maybe a bar. Might be able to get something out. It seems a little iffy.
She shakes her head a little bit and just goes, like a bar.
Sawyer groans and is like, all right. And then begins pushing the door open. And before he steps out, looks at the group and says, okay, if for any reason we get separated here, which we're not, but if we do, there is a door. And Sawyer points in a direction. There is a door that leads to a ladder that leads to a hole in the ground outside. If for any reason we get separated, I need you to go to that door. I need you to get out.
How do
And
you know all this?
Sawyer laughs kind of a little bit under his breath and is like, I'm down here frequently. Like, looks over the group. I hate to ask, who sent you?
Alex.
God dang it! Logan had opened her mouth to speak and then got interrupted.
Sawyer's just like, of course it was Alex. Alex. He shakes his head and says, you know what, doesn't matter. But I don't know who it was you were specifically looking for down here, but we'll get him back. Not this time, but we'll get him back. And keeps blocking the door as they like look out, and you can hear the alarms just ringing constantly, and possibly people patrolling, and it just, the sensation of something being wrong. And Sawyer pauses, sighs, and kind of like takes off their overshirt. And underneath is a muscle shirt, like a tank top of some kind. With in like a spot like right above, like right around his heart area, you see like a hand stitched skull, poorly done, but definitely there. Would you tell Alex I'm sorry?
What?
Why don't you tell him yourself?
'Cause I'm gonna make sure whatever is out there doesn't get you guys. And they step further out, offer a shaky grin, and they're like, hopefully I'll see you outside.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Good luck. He like waves and takes off in the opposite direction than he had pointed. Immediately you start hearing yells of like, hey kid, get back here, what are you doing? And like almost like a stampede of people following him.
Oh god.
And as the people leave, there's this moment of like silence, of where it seems like even the alarms themselves have stopped. A painful pressure in your, like almost in your head, like an impromptu headache that just hits you out of nowhere, and then the headache is suddenly gone, and the alarms come back, but quieter than before. If you listen, you can still hear some noise. You can still hear somebody yelling after someone. You think you can hear the chase echoing off of the stone, disrupting the humming from all around you.
We need to go. Now.
Rhys just nods.
Wow.
Logan is staring down the tunnel where Sawyer had disappeared.
Yeah, Milo looks like he kind of wants to go that way. He didn't,
Same.
but he's like staring over there.
Are the others moving? What are Tallulah and Nadia and Damien doing?
Damien like immediately walked past everybody, and though he's not big enough for it, tries to almost make a barricade. And he's like, "All right, you heard him. Let's go." And he looks shaken up by the amount of people that had been down here, the amount of noise that had suddenly been happening. And Nadia and Tallulah are they've kind of linked like arms with each other. And you can see on Nadia's face, she's not having fun anymore. What do you do?
Logan's not paying attention to the rest of the group. She's still staring down the tunnel. Like, when Sawyer had taken off, she'd actually taken a few steps after him, sort of like trying to like get him to wait, but he obviously moved too quickly. And she's just staring down the tunnel, still kind of like in shock.
Bruh.
Logan, that guy, he obviously knows more about all of this than we do, so we just have to trust that he's gonna be okay. And we have to make sure whatever he's doing is worthwhile.
This is crazy. She turns back towards the group and she specifically looks at Rhys and then at Tallulah and Nadia to try and like gain some kind of anchor or some kind of like direction to go in.
Tallulah says, "Let's go home."
Okay, okay. And she's gonna move to also join Nadia and Tallulah, and we'll follow the rest of the group wherever we're going.
Yeah.
We have to find that door.
Okay. So, to find the door, guess what you need to do?
Ask,
Does
please.
it have to do with dice?
It may have to do with dice.
Oh, crazy how that works.
I know, right?
What about a bribe?
Oh, you want a bribe?
So, Amber, I know this really good pizza place down the block from me.
We can talk about it another time. I still need some dice.
Oh,
Is investigate, right?
Yes, please.
ooh.
Nice.
Bro,
Alright.
he ain't looking for a door. He's not having it.
He's not having it. Alright. Milo, what are you looking for?
He's not having it. I'm pretty sure this is his pride and he's upset. I don't know, to be honest.
Is he just still staring down the tunnel as well?
Yeah,
It's your
I mean-
drive, yeah.
yeah.
It's why you do things.
Yeah, and then the whole thing is like, if he doesn't leave with them, then it'd make it worse. So,
Someone better be paying attention, otherwise we're gonna leave Milo behind.
nah, he'd come over. Eventually.
Okay. Well, Logan and Rhys, you both are able to figure out the door that would make the most sense to go down to get to the escape that Sawyer had recommended. Damien, Tallulah, Nadia, are just kind of... Damien definitely looks a little bit jittery. Like, standing there, you can kind of see he's tapping his foot. Like, not gonna lie, he wants to run for it. He doesn't want to take the chance, like, wandering around. Just wants to say, screw it, run to the exit. Whatever happens, happens, but doesn't want to be down there much longer. And the alarms keep going off. And they keep going. And they keep going. You hear a thud echoing from somewhere below.
Oh, Christ.
A reverberating sound of like metal on metal. Something has fallen. Something got knocked over. And some of you think you might have been able to pick up some laughter from that. That maybe Sawyer's enjoying themselves.
Oh my god.
Causing possibly another distraction. Theo, your phone goes off.
Oh, God.
And it's a text from Alex. With 2 words. Found Oscar.
You say that and my phone goes off.
So immersed.
Oh gosh, I should have done that. I actually have your number.
The universe took care of it.
Texting me.
You're letting your ARG taste seep in.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, I'm assuming she's not holding Rhys anymore. Or is she?
That's up to you two.
Rhys did not let go, so totally up to Theo.
Okay.
Drop.
No. Okay, yeah, as soon as it goes off, she's just going to, like, shift forward and into the group and just say, hey, someone check my phone. Back pocket.
Logan will do it and grab a phone. Sort of hold it, or no, actually she'd look at it herself first and then would hold it up to Theo.
Nosy.
man.
Nosy.
You want to see those words, Logan?
I mean, yeah, I guess if the text message popped up, she'd read that, and then as she's tilting it to Theo, look up at the others and say, they found Oscar.
Milo will be quiet for a second, and then he'd look back the way they went, and then back the way they came from, where all the noise is, and then back towards the escape, and then he'd be like, "Okay, time to leave." And he'd still be like, because now there's someone else, but it's he'd want to leave.
Logan would sigh, give a no, she'd just sigh, and because I'm not gonna maneuver sticking your phone back in your pocket, Theo, she'd actually pocket Theo's phone in her own pocket without really thinking. And now that they have more like direction, where are we standing relative right now?
You guys probably technically still in the elevator.
Oh.
But there's like a small opening, and we'll say Sawyer ran to the left down the hall. And the direction you want to go, based on where Sawyer was pointing, is off to the right.
All right. Yeah. She'd pocket Theo's phone, because it's hers now, and would kind of take a few steps in that direction, and then looking back to Nadia and Lula, just kind of jerk her head again. Let's go.
And so you all head out?
Yeah.
All right. You... For the heck of it. I feel like I tell you guys to do this a lot for the heck of it. Roll me a body check. All of you.
Flat body.
Yeah, flat body.
Dang.
No reason why
Hell
that
yeah.
passed like that did. Just no reason at all.
There is no reason that should have passed. So you all are heading in the direction, and you're getting tired. A lot of you at this point have been up quite a while. Some of you may have not even gotten sleep the night before, who knows? And you can feel it in your body, just the exhaustion beginning to seep in. But you can't stop. You have to keep going. And you walk down the hallway, and you walk down a hallway, and in a well-lit room, a well-lit but empty room with numerous keyboards and metal placed in the ground and along the walls, you can see the door that Sawyer pointed out. It's open. Like whoever used it last didn't bother to close it, and you can see the ladder he had referred to. Do you take it?
Yes. Milo would usher
Yeah.
everyone over to it.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Like-
think Theo would hang in the back just to help Rhys up.
Alright.
So Rhys definitely would climb it.
Yeah.
Appreciate the support.
And you climb, and the ladder is long. It almost seems impossibly long. And there's a point in time of where it's dark, almost too dark to even see the bars you're holding yourself onto. But you keep climbing, and once you enter in a spot where you can see again, don't worry about your dog. Don't worry about your dog.
I'm gonna worry about
Oh,
that.
right, iconic.
It's an iconic item. Don't worry about your dog.
Oh, I pocketed him.
Yeah,
Fine.
somehow he just like
You're giving your dog a piggyback ride.
You
Yeah.
are. Hell yeah.
like,
You probably have like one of those cute little farmer handkerchiefs, like tucked into your pocket. You just like you hoisted his paws over your shoulders and then like looped them together gently with the handkerchief, and he's just riding you piggyback.
Axel's just extremely talented.
yeah.
Yeah.
In his overalls.
Yeah.
He's tucked into the overalls.
Yeah. Tucked into the front of the overalls somehow. Don't worry about your dog. Your dog's an iconic item. It's not a problem. And once you pass the part where you can't see anything, it's like the alarms go completely silent, and you don't hear the humming and you don't hear the movement, and you emerge to a tunnel much like the one you had entered. And as you leave the tunnel, all of your phones light up with text messages, with alerts, with all sorts of notifications that you probably would have normally received overnight, but being in a dead zone, it took a while for your phones to access them. Some of them about the party, some of them about things that happened at the party. Especially in the case of Nadia. Nadia is getting all sorts of updates from all of her connections.
Her phone's beeping the longest.
Her phone just does not stop, and she's like, this alone is going to kill my battery.
Does Rhys have a phone, or was it removed?
Rhys's phone was taken away.
Okay, perfect.
But you emerge, and it's another semi-open area, and if you look just slightly on the other side of a hill, you can kind of see the sky, and it looks like it's almost dawn. What do you do?
We're all on the surface now?
You are all on the surface.
Logan takes a deep breath.
In our immediate surroundings, is there anything that would indicate something familiar or something man-made that they could use to figure out where they are, how close to the town they are?
Any landmarks?
Yeah.
You... Can I get a comprehend check?
Yes. Let's see. Oh.
Just
okay.
with the triple
Damn,
sixes.
alright.
You and all these sixes. Alright.
It's gonna bite me in the butt later.
It is. You're
All
probably
your
gonna
luck
have...
running out.
You're probably gonna have, like, a night of where you're gonna need those, and they're just not gonna come. You notice, almost like a picnic table and like an outdoor, like a park grill, and you realize you're near some camping grounds. Not that far from Haven Hill at all. In fact, you could probably walk just past those trees and you would know the exact road that you need to take either to get home or to get back to Alex.
Okay, in that case, she's gonna take a deep breath of the, fresh air and probably roll her neck a little bit with how tense she got, and then look around, take it in, and then point in the direction they need to go and say, this way.
Nadia follows without question.
Rhys does too.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Logan will follow.
Damien and Tallulah kind of take up the end. Damien's like almost practically holding Tallulah up. Tallulah looks absolutely exhausted.
Logan would go to also help her and or Nadia if Nadia looked tired.
The fresh air seems to have woken Nadia up, but from your time knowing her, if there's a moment that she has to sit down, she's gonna be out.
That's a mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Where are you leading them, Theo?
Yeah, probably right back to Alex, just to, you know, the news, break the news.
Okay. You make your way to Alex, who looks absolutely exhausted. They're kind of squatting, like stretching out their calves, and there's a couple open granola bar wrappers near them. You can see where they had chugged some kind of canned coffee at some point. And when you approach, Alex looks up and is just like, "Oh, I'm so glad you guys got out." And they like stand up and like look. And their eyes land on Rhys and they're like, that's not...
Hello.
Hey.
Alex, I presume?
Yeah. Who are you?
I'm from Haven Hill.
Cool. And Alex is like, you all got out? Okay. My other team, the team that went before you, found Oscar. We're getting Oscar home. So theoretically, no one will even know he was missing. Don't worry about him there. Yeah, no, he was a little shaken up. Obviously, I mean, looks at reasons like, as you know, like probably not fun. But
would you recommend?
Yeah, but once he rests it off, it'll be like it never happened. I hope. Trauma.
He looks satisfied.
You can tell like Alex is just kind of like, trauma hits different. Like,
Do you know someone named Sawyer?
Did you find Sawyer? And like, Alex is wide awake.
Yeah.
He said to tell you sorry.
What does that mean? Where did you find him?
Logan's like, if you were to look over at Logan right now, they are like nestled between Tallulah and Nadia. I don't think you would not be able to tear her away from these three right now. These two right now. And she just kind of looks up and then glances back at the direction they came from and then looks back at Alex and is like, he went after them before any of us could stop him.
He was helping
draw
us.
them off, I guess.
He'd been there longer than I was. I'm pretty sure he was already there when I got there.
Alex.
Logan briefly considers saying something mean about their state, about Sawyer's clothes, but decides against it.
Alex nods. It's like, yeah, Sawyer's been missing at least a week now. So if you saw him, then that's something. We were afraid we'd never hear from him again. So I'm not happy about the sorry, but it's something. Alex looks pensive. And then shakes their head. Well, that's a problem for future me to worry about. And looks up. Do you need ride home? You all okay?
I think okay, it's a bit of a stretch.
Logan actually lets out a small, like, short laugh, and then immediately, like, claps a hand over her mouth.
Milo, still on the Sawyer thing, he'll say, about Sawyer, we were gonna leave without Oscar, and he told me we'll find him next time, so you'll find Sawyer next time.
There's a Alex's shoulders kind of drop. And they nod slowly and they're like, yeah, next time. He like squeezes his eyes shut really quick and then opens them up again. His eyes are bloodshot. You can tell just by looking at him, who knows when the last time he slept was. And Alex is just like, okay. You all should go get home. But if you're ever interested in going back down there, or if you're willing to go back down there, we could use some extra eyes in the future. No pressure. In fact, you can entirely forget this whole situation happened, but we could use the help.
Yeah, I don't think I could stomach not helping after things we saw down, just knowing that there are people down there. There's no way to ignore that.
Logan glances at Rhys but doesn't say anything.
I get something to drink.
Yeah. Alex is just like, and like has like a tiny, like the tiniest kids like apple juice pack kind of thing.
Perfect.
And like tosses it over to Rhys, and I was just like, have at it.
So he's processing. He can't at the moment imagine ever going back down there willingly.
Yeah, no, totally fair. But think about it. Sleep on it. Or don't. But you have my number. If you decide not to, though, please delete my number from your phone. Just in case. And
What am I supposed to tell my parents?
we can drop you off near the police station. And you can say you managed to get away from your kidnappers. Stick to things close to truth as possible, but don't tell them you were down there. They won't believe you. And they'll be able to get you back to your parents, and it won't be like, it'll be a big to-do, because, you know, it's Haven Hill and Red Acre, but it'll be much easier than you going home and then your parents taking you to the police to do all of the stuff. If you're cool with that.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Okay. And Alex starts gathering up like all of their trash and like throwing it in like their their little gym bag that they had brought things in. And offers like an arm to Rhys to take.
He takes it.
Awesome. And Alex looks at everybody else like, Anyone else want to ride?
I
Logan
wouldn't
shakes her
mind it,
head.
honestly.
All right. And Logan said no. Nadia's gonna look at Milo and be like, I go with him. He has my shoes.
Oh yeah.
He was gonna walk home. I mean, it's pretty close, right?
Yeah, it's not. It was close enough to walk before, so yeah.
He'll say that. He'll be like, I was just gonna walk. It's pretty close.
Nadia looks
Me
tired
too.
by the idea of that, but is like, okay, let's go.
Does she want a piggyback ride?
She would not say no to a piggyback ride.
Aww. He would offer me.
Nadia gives like a little bit of a woo. Like,
Swap places with Axel.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. Alright. And Tallulah's like, I can make it home from here, but thanks. And Damien
Logan
looks.
was banking on a
Mhm.
Tallulah giving the three of them a ride home,
Ah,
as was the original plan.
yeah. So that's probably Tallulah's thought there is like, we'll head back, get the car. And Damien is looking at Theo, wanting to know what Theo wants to do. Because I
I'm
believe,
gonna-
I can't remember how they both arrived.
Bikes.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think bikes are the least of their concern right now.
Yeah.
No, she'd just say, I think I'll accept the offer. Do you want to join?
Damien nods and says, yeah, I'll totally hop in too.
And
Yeah.
she'd nod.
Okay. And so, with that, you all go your separate ways. Well, wait, did you guys exchange cell phone numbers at all? Anything?
Oh, that's probably an idea.
It's an idea. It doesn't mean you have to do it. I figured I'd ask.
Actually no. Logan, as like everyone's probably like turning away, Logan would actually pause and just kind of do a turnaround. Hey,
Hmm?
Yeah?
she immediately looks like regret. She looks like she regrets even saying anything, but she'll. Well, one, she'll look at Theo, reach into her pocket, pull out Theo's phone.
Alright.
And say, you almost forgot this.
Huh. Thank you.
And, would it be a good idea for, like, all of us to stay in touch or something like that? Just in case?
Yeah.
She looks to the others, see what they think.
Oh, Milo would agree. He'd nod. Good idea.
Nadia's like, bold of you to assume I don't already have everyone's numbers. Does like a joking finger guns, like, I know people.
She'll, Logan will just pull out her phone. She doesn't look very happy about this, but she's doing it anyways. She'll pull out her phone and like indicate for the other two to pull out their phones as well, and just basically offer them her number. She'll have her phone up and read it out for them.
Okay.
So Theo and Milo now have her number,
Mhm.
and she'll look to Rhys, expecting him to also be a part of this. But I'm assuming Rhys hasn't said anything about not having a phone yet, so she just kind of looks at Rhys expectantly, like, "Do you want in on this?"
Catch it another time? Yeah?
She looks a little confused.
I don't know where my phone is. I can give you my number. I don't know if you should call it.
Um, sure, whatever.
So he gives them his number.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right. And with exchanging of numbers and some people getting their cell phone back, you all go your separate ways. And I think we're going to end the session here with knowing that Oscar's okay, Rhys has been saved, and that Sawyer is somewhere down below, causing chaos.
Nobody sleeps that night.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Probably nobody sleeps that night. Say goodbye to chat.
Good night, chat. Thank y'all for watching.
Thank you, Jack. Good night.
You're welcome, Medusa.
Yes, welcome to Medusa.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Rhys.
Okay. Thank you for watching session 3 of Better Than Paradise's B-side, a Tales from the Loop Blackout Club inspired campaign. Join us this Wednesday for the finale of A-side, or next week's Sunday for session 4 of B-side. Reminder, you can submit stars and wishes for feedback, what you liked and what you hope to see in future sessions at the link I've provided in chat. You can also send some positive affirmations to players. I need to add Medusas, so give me like 20 minutes to do so. And we will see you all again soon.